Welcome everyone to the Gargi Arya show, and we have yet another beautiful, inspiring guest with us. But before I move on, introducing our beautiful guest for today, Gargi Arya show is a show to help you inspire and live a life that you're actually meant to live. Rise above your own, limitations and imaginations, and actually do something not only for yourself but for the whole world. And for this today, we have a very beautiful guest with us. Her name is Dr. Sangeeta Pattanaik. She's a registered counseling psychologist on Practo and India's first couple compatibility coach. She's the founder of ReLive Because You Matter and the Couple Compatibility Club. She's also the author of an amazing book which is Revive Clarity in Your Relationships, which is available on Amazon and Flipkart. And you know what the beauty about her is, and the thing which I admire about her is her hard working, the mission she is having to help professionals and entrepreneurs live a fulfilling marriage by unlocking the true power of mind and emotions using her proven couple compatibility method. And there's a whole introduction I can tell about her. But before I move on with the main theme for today, you know what, can you actually guess the number of lives she has been able to touch, reach and actually transform? Over 7,000 plus people she has transformed. And thank you so much for being here. It's such an honor to be your host and host you on this show. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for having me, Gargi. It's more than the invite. I'm more privileged to be on your show, The Rocking Rock Star.
Amazing. So, my first question to you that I wanted to ask is, what was that triggering point in your life which actually led you on this path to help people in relationships?
Okay, such a beautiful question, but every session of mine starts with this question, Gargi. The true reason, more than the trigger, what it made me that this is the niche I want to get into it is relationship being, emotions being one of my highest value, because today I'm a very emotionally intelligent, very stable person, but I have been bullied a lot, or criticized a lot, judged a lot for being super sensitive and emotional during my early childhood days. And that's where that point of time I didn't know that anything as such relationship coach or couple compatibility coach, because all the while I was saying I'll become a doctor, I'll become this, as usual what the youngsters go through. But then the majority of the friend circle and all that I have, among everybody I have been known for being a compassionate person, holding space for others, understanding them, and being a very confident person. And that's where the whole thing started. Though I had a heart, but at a mind level, I was not that intelligent to have control on emotions. And relationship is all about that. That ship will sink if you don't have that emotional intelligence to understand and where your emotions are taking a ride on you, where you need to take the control of your emotions, because of which every relationship around you is getting into a havoc situation. It's not that you are a bad person, it's not the other person is not a good human being, it's just that you don't understand your emotions and you let yourself slip away. And that's where I took a call ki no, and this is somewhere I want to do, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. Okay, up until I got married, the same thing happened. I got into multiple struggling relationship. I had a very strained relationship in the early years of marriage, though it was a love marriage. And that's where I thought ki no, this is something, मुझे इस पे I need to be the best student of this thing. Why is it that despite having everything, what is it that I don't have it? That's why I'm not having healthy, harmonious relationship. And that's where the whole story started. I became a student first, understanding my own patterns, understanding myself, understanding my relationship that I had with myself and others. And that's when I could do it for myself. I thought, why not I help it for everybody around who is going through the same problem? That's how it got
Oh,
started.
Awesome. So, as our mentor always says that it becomes a responsibility to share our gift with the world. So that's what you did also. So thank you so much for being on such a beautiful mission, where first you applied it on yourself, and when it worked for you, you just got a bulb on that. I need to bring this thing to the entire world. So amazing mission. Like, my next question to you is, when you started as a trainer and a coach, what were the challenges that you had to go through? And, like, how did you deal with each one of them?
The transition to become a coach or a trainer was not a tough journey for me. The difficult journey for me was to shift from the DR hat that I have been wearing to let me create that one more feather to the cap, that yeah, I'm becoming a coach also. That shift was a challenging journey for me, because excuse me, a lot of them knew me for healing, for becoming a psychologist, helping them in their depression, anxiety, relationship issues, youngsters. So if you see I was catering to all age groups. If you see, okay, up until I realized that no, I enjoy more with parents rather than the children. I get energetically boosted when I talk to age group of your age group rather than my kids' age group. Okay, because already I have two to deal with. So that transition was difficult. Why? Because being a doctor is a quite different hat that you need to wear when you're a coach. You don't have to give any solution to the people around. You just need to make them realize what's the innate potential they have it in them. You just need to be a torchbearer. That's it. You just need to be a reflection showing them, ki, you know what? This is what is missing in you. You're not able to see it. And here and there, you're searching everywhere. But a doctor's role is quite different than what a coach's role is. So that transition was a little difficult, wherein I got through a lot of training sessions, and a lot of us, we were together, and that's how I choose right mentors. I choose right certification courses and training courses, that how can I be a better coach rather than a healer and a doctor. That transition I have made. I have invested a lot of on that learning.
Amazing, and we can feel it through your aura and energy also. So, like, my next question to you is, since you deal in the area of relationships and today's world, I think relationships are not being understood by people the way it should, and people are just making it too complex than what it actually looks. So, according to you, like, what is your definition of relationship, and why do you think people struggle in relationships and they make it too complex?
Okay. I'll give one direct answer and one indirect answer for this. When you said relationships are simple, I have a difference of opinion here. No, when all we are dealing with emotions, it's always complicated. Okay, it's always, because if you don't understand what you're feeling, what you're saying, and whatever actions you're doing, it's not in synchronicity. That itself is chaotic, isn't it? Let's say so you can pick it up with parent-child relationship. You can pick a sibling relationship also. Let's imagine a sibling is fighting among themselves. Okay. Now, the real truth is the sibling is not feeling that seen, heard, and valued. Let's say the sister and the brother is feeling that ki mujhe to koi dekh bhi nahi raha hai. Nobody is realizing how competent I am in other fields. Okay, fine. If I have to give my example, I was known among as an extrovert front end, in debates, winning prizes and all. But the real truth is, it's my elder brother who used to write the scripts for me. Okay, I have never written the scripts. All I used to do was, I was good at speaking, so I used to go at front end. Are you getting my point? So the emotions, he was not annoyed with me. He was annoyed with this fact, why is it that our parents are not observing what is the effort I'm putting in? Are you getting my point? So emotions makes our relationships complicated. That's why I said unlocking the power of mind and emotions. A lot of time we have conflict between our mind and emotions, our heart. So relations, and as a result of which the relations pays a price for it, right? So I would highly encourage that people, when all you're going through any relationships, where all you feel that your peace of mind, or you're feeling restless, you're feeling powerless, you're not feeling like being your own self, that's an indication that be grateful to such relationships, that these were the relationships which can invoke that in you, that this is the area you need to work on. Maybe we are very respectful towards our parents, we love our parents like anything, we respect them, but when it comes to freedom, we wish कि यार और भी थोड़ा सा आप freedom दो. Okay, we wish that कि ठीक है आप समझते हो, for sure you are a very better parents than a lot of my friends have it, but और भी थोड़ा, because I am also not like my friends. So if you see, I'm just giving a lot of examples so that, because I know your audience would be catering to your age group as well, so I'm picking these examples. So this is where we need to understand that हम अपने में ही बहुत उलझ जाते हैं. We don't understand what we really want out of our relationships. That is the reason it becomes complex. And you are already a master helping a lot of them, journaling, 21 days challenge, gratitude challenge, like you are like everywhere, Gargi. I'm a big fan of your consistency, how you have been helping every one of them. So if you see, these are the things which is going to help them, that clarity, what exactly they are searching for that in relationship. Because the relationship that I have it with you, I might not be expecting the same thing from you what I'm expecting from Arush, my own son. Right? If I have that clarity and I work on my communication, I know how to express, then we can make this complex relationships a simplified ones. That mujhe, I'm not angry with you, but I'm annoyed with when you don't do these things. Do you see that? That is how you simplify things. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you for mentioning this point. That is that we need to get clear on what it is that we want in a relationship to simplify things. But one thing here I want to ask you is, a lot of people struggle with expressing their own feelings towards the person they are having in the relationship. So like clear communication is not there regarding the things that, like sometimes disappoint them, or maybe their expectations are not fulfilled. So in such a situation, like how can someone actually start having the courage to express themselves?
Beautiful question, Gargi, because that is where people struggle. The real truth is, people, everybody, every one of us, when I say that, I can guarantee and tell you, all of us in our heart feel the same feeling what if the other person goes through. When it comes to expressing or being expressive enough, the real truth is every one of us has been not that privileged that हर कोई हमारी बात सुने since our childhood days, or because of the conditioning, if I have to say. Imagine, I'm giving a lot of my personal examples so that people can relate to it. Because my first child, he's very docile for everything. He wants an answer. Now imagine everybody in the family, they say, chup kar ja, baad mein, abhi nahi. Oh God, we are busy now. You don't have to say. We don't want to listen your silly questions. Now imagine what kind of an impression the child is carrying, that I don't matter. My views doesn't exist. Whatever I feel, that's not, that's not very priority or important for the people around me. Because what I always say this, I'm not against of parents. I'm really grateful to my own parents. But parents, as I'm a parent of 2 children now, parents play a very vital role, because when it comes to relationship, for all of us, the first relationship when we understand what is called relationship is from our parents only, right? Isn't it? The emotions, the feelings, whatever we have it. Now we try to model them because they are the only one we have to model now. And as we grow, it teachers, koi favorite teachers, or we have these friends and all, or somebody who really has stood up as a model for us. I want everyone who is listening to me, I want you to understand, it's okay. Whatever has happened with you, it's not your fault. But do you understand, keeping the situation as is, you are paying the price for it. And I don't believe it in my heart. None of us deserve not to be seen, heard and unvalued. Each one of us, जब God जी ने हमको बनाया है, with a something unique He has given to all of us, it's just a matter of time for us to realize and express that to the world. It could be through being introvert also. So for me, introvert, extrovert, they are not personality types. Based on my years of expertise, I'm telling you. You would find Introvert people are just in themselves. Their imagination, their feelings is not less than an ocean. Their observation skill is like beyond imagination. It's just that they don't choose to share their feelings, their thoughts. Why? Because they don't trust the world. Right? So this is where I would say that let's not focus on because of what we are not being able to express. The real truth is every one of us want to express. Every one of us wants to contribute through the communication, to add some input, some value. So get yourself healed. That is the only thing. That is where the healing journey. And can I tell you, every one of us, the doctor, the coach sitting in front of you also, every one of us has go through this healing journey some point or other in their life. And it's an ever going journey. If somebody thinks ki I never need any healing, trust me, you don't know what trauma you are sitting on. Okay, so this is the message I would love to give.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. And I could connect with your introvert point because I myself is an introvert. But like coming into the coaching and training, I got a way to share my message to the world. But yes, I could connect and totally relate with what you said. And here's one question I also wanted to ask. There are some people in our lives who we feel either we are not able to understand us and or they are not able to understand us, and at the end of the day we just feel like a doll that they used us, they played with us, and at the end of the day we just feel that we didn't even matter for them while we love them so much. So how to deal with such people? Because in my last few days I experienced this myself, and I was, asked this question also, Gargi, how to deal with such people who left us, who leave us feeling like we didn't matter for them and we loved us so much in the process.
The real truth is the creator loves you more than you love this person. Now, when you said that, yeah, but it hurts. Having said this, I first of all want to acknowledge I also have gone through so many such experiences in my life. If I'll go and tell somebody that this is what is, वो नहीं होता है. So I would acknowledge, yes, it hurts, it pains, it just keeps you shattered. It breaks your trust to a level that you don't want to even trust anybody else, right? This is what I was talking about, the healing thing. Everything has to happen for us to evolve. But वो कैसे होएगा? That is not going to happen if such people don't come to our life. So people, when they go through hurt and pain, it's like, you don't go to a doctor when you're fit and fine. You'll not take a pill when you're absolutely, energetic, right? So these are all signals for us. These are like signs from the universe that, but how will we grow? So if you will see a child as a crawling stage also, while the child was crawling and trying to, stand or walk, how many times a child would have fallen? Maybe as adults we used to say ki koi nahi bhag ja, uth ja and all, but the child in his head or her head would be thinking ki why is it me that mama was there, she didn't even come to pick me up. The real truth is mama knew that you can be on your own self. The more you fall, the more you're going to rise stronger. So these things, the hurt and pain that we go through in a relationship, eventually it's for us to realize what are we worthy of. So your question had your answer when you said, when we love the other person so much. So where is the power lying? The power is lying with the other person. Now, when I say other person, could be your own child as well. If you are giving all your power because you love your child like anything, be ready that a day will come, you will be not liked by your own child. Because when you start being your authentic version, when you start raising your voice for things not being fine as per you, the same child will say, "Aapne tab to nahi bola tha, I don't like you the way you are. Sometimes you love me, sometimes you hate me, sometimes you never told ever that these were the wrong things." Now coming back to the adult relationship, this is where on the parenting, adult relationship, it's a development phase. If I really have to go deep, you have to experience those butterflies, those duk heartbeat going really fast, you feeling that inclination towards somebody, you feeling that you are high on energy. The real truth is, and this is a truth bomb, I'm going to share it with you. The real truth is, as a child, what all we never get it from our parent. When I say parent, either of the parent. It could be validation, it could be approval, it could be freedom, it could be that love and connection, it could be that, physical love, that cuddles, that hugs. When we don't get it, do you imagine, could you realize that it's already there, that that wish, that need is not yet been fulfilled? Even if it's an illusionary world, if you tend to see somebody giving you that, what's happening? It's developing a craving in us without even knowing that the same person, whoever is doing, he or she also has some unfulfilled needs within them. They are doing this, maybe they want to feel appreciated, maybe they want to feel that importance in your life, ki acha, only you can make me smile, only you can, take me to these highs or whatever. Now what is happening, this is where I talk about matured and immature relationships, right? So every one of us has to go through this immature relationship. Eventually, when you realize that emotionally you're matured, you will attract mature relationships in your life. You will attract people who are already been healed or in their healing journey or aware like you. And that's where you come. You don't, when I say you attract, you would come as a complementary. The person will choose you not because you fulfill some needs of them. The person would choose you. How could you fulfill all your needs on your own? And they appreciate you for who you are. Okay, so it's a journey we all have to go through. Good that I would say the people who are not going through it, some point or the other, they are eventually going, because I can't talk, I don't know if I can talk or something. So the extramarital affairs or whatever things happens in my community or, whatever niche I'm into. The number one reason is that people don't understand what are they searching for. From one relationship to the other to, they keep on going breakups here and there till the point, and I don't judge them. It's just that everybody's journey is different till the point you see that oasis thinking, oh my God, I have been searching here and there. This is what I've been searching for. Just to be loved for who I am. Okay? I don't know if it's a long answer for a question.
No. It was like, I can just go on listening to you because relationships is something that we all need to understand in depth so that we can actually have clarity and not just move on after another and just understand that this is what we want and we are not going to settle for anything less. So thank you so much for sharing that. The one thing which struck me was that, we go through these things so that we can actually find the love which we are worthy of. So that worthy word was such a bulb one. So thank you for sharing it. My next question to you is, you have such a soothing energy, you have such a positive aura also. So like, how do you actually maintain this energy? What are some of the rituals that you yourself follow?
The only ritual, rather, Gargi, I follow is when it comes to my personal life, I choose myself first always. From last more than a decade now, 11 years, I have, and unapologetically, that kept on evolving. कभी चिढ़के तो कभी गुस्से से, no, मुझे मेरा अपना time चाहिए. But now I have fixed the environment in a manner that they know it. Mama will be better, mama will be happier if you give her that time. Okay, so it's a morning time and evening time also. I follow a 30 minutes evening ritual as well. So what I would say, when it comes to your personal life, you cannot go and spread happiness in your relationship, in your business, or when you're talking about the aura. Okay, because for me, what aura is conviction. People catch our energy instantly. It doesn't matter what age group they come from, right? They can catch you immediately. If not immediately, with a few couple of interactions, they'll get to know. So your conviction will be stronger the more you religiously work on what all you're asking others to work. So this is my ritual. I follow a 1.5 hour, ritual that I do it in the morning. I plan my day. I do my visual, which is like same. The only extra thing that I do is in the morning is I don't do anything. I just, this is from last 3 years, if I have to say. When I'm sipping the, hot tea or something, I'm just allowing myself to see. आराम से होता है ना, ढीला मार के जैसे बोलते हैं हम लोग बच्चों को, बोलते हैं यार जल्दी जल्दी भाग जा, नहीं जल्दी नहीं करना. So I'm just being in the moment कि at least I woke up, at least I have a day to look forward and such way. Blank, कभी कभी कुछ भी नहीं रहता है दिमाग में. and a 30 minutes evening ritual when I plan my day, I visualize my day, I visualize this session for us yesterday night before going to bed, that this is what I'm wearing, this is what I'm, yeah, I go to that level, that what I'm wearing also I plan it the last night, so that I don't have that decision fatigue in the morning ki kya pehna, kya nahi karna and all. So these are the things I follow.
Super. Thank you so much for sharing. My next question to you is like, a lot of people basically they get stuck in their clarity wala point that you told regarding relationships. So, is there any way that people can actually find out what it is that they actually want?
Yes, yes. Very, very awesome question this is. And let me tell you, no, nobody ever asked me this question up until today. When I say clarity about, yes, a lot of us tell us कि आपको clarity ले लो, clarity ले लो. What I would say now, just start with one step only. That if you're listening to me, from today onwards, only for 10 minutes, don't go huge, hours, 30 minutes, 1 hour, no. Only for 10 minutes. And let me tell you, it doesn't matter even if you're in the washroom. But that 10 minutes has to be yours. And you just need to ask yourself, how do I want to see myself towards the end of the day? I'll repeat my question. How do I want to feel or see myself towards the end of the day? And every single day, you ask yourself this question, you will reach to a point that you will start aligning with your values. So clarity is a journey again, I will say. ये सो के उठे आपको clarity मिल गया, वैसा नहीं होता है. Okay? Clarity is all about you understanding yourself the most out of the entire world. You being integrity with your own self, where you get to a situation, get to a phase, कोई नहीं फर्क पड़ता even if your parents judge you. But you will still be compassionate, you will still be kind, because those are your values. You're not going to throw tantrums, you're not going to be cold, you're not going to be, creating that distance. No. So the clarity thing which you're asking me, it's a journey which I just want every one of you, because this journey will lead you to 3 things. You will understand what are your core needs are. That is where you will attract the relationships. Maybe it's a freedom. If somebody will ask you that I will do everything for you, the number one thing you will think it in your head. Freedom, do de paoge kya? All I need is that freedom to be my own self. Okay, and you will start attracting you will understand your value. That will lead to understanding and having clarity about your need, and that would lead to work on your limiting beliefs that you have been imbibed, or learned up until now. Okay, so this is a simplified way. I don't know, I made it complicated or something, so I'll keep it simple. Clarity is all about, you will reach to a point when you will understand what are your top core needs. You will understand what are your top core values. You will understand that these are the beliefs I was holding, which is not allowing me to live my authentic life. And that's where you will be clarity. You will be into that courageous mode ki even if you get the best of the projects, if it doesn't align with your need, values and your beliefs, you will be unapologetically saying ki no, somewhere I don't want to take this. And I need to acknowledge this and appreciate about you, Gargi. For me, I don't even think what are you going to ask? What is the show about? Are you getting my point? Yes. I know it's Gargi. I'm going to say yes. Maybe not the same day or something. I need to check, but I'll say yes. So that is what is clarity. You will understand with whom you will go or not.
Amazing. Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am, for the compliment. Like my next question to you is, they say that everything starts with us, and that is very true, that everything that we are looking for in this world, validation, approval, acknowledgement, love, respect, it always starts with us. But all our lives, what I have observed in other people, in adults specifically, is that all their lives they are conditioned in such a way that they are only listening to what other people think about them. Like they don't have their own self-image or their own self-worth, and it is only being created by the people around them, which makes it very hard for them to actually, replace the old stories with new patterns in their life. So how to actually form a relationship with self, because that is the first step towards relationship with other people.
Absolutely. It's just that what are they focusing on? What are we, rather than they, I would say, what are we focusing on? So when you said it's we go look into people's validation, approval, and all, it's a lot to do with what we have believed it as, empowering beliefs or limiting beliefs. So what when you said ki self love has to start from you, it will not start from you unless you get ditched, betrayed, hurt by the love in the world. That's what I said. We have to go through it, and everybody goes through it. Okay. So self-love, when I say that, when you will realize that what all I have been longing for from others, it's just that nobody taught me that I have it innate within me. I'm able to give it to others because I have it in me. But imagine if you don't believe it. You will consciously not give it to you. The first thing you will keep giving to others, keep expecting from others, in the belief, having the wrong belief कि मेरे पास तो है ही नहीं. I need to keep on giving others, or others will give me validation and approval. So when you said that कि self-love, how can we start doing it? When all you are into your lowest. You have gone through your breakup, you are going through, whatever thing which you don't want to experience in your life. That is the time if agar life if life would have been humans like Gargi and me, life would have come back to you saying ki, hello, that is what I have been trying to teach you from your school days ki koi kisi ka dost nahi hota hai. The real friend will never feel jealous about you growing or coming first or tumhara naam board pe aane ka. Right? But you were not understanding. You were trying to change yourself, fit yourself, to get into that front benchers, to get into that good grade students. And today, again, when you're an adult now, you're trying to change your attire, you're going to change yourself. कैसे दिख रहे हो, क्या पहन रहे हो, क्या सोच रहे हो, खाने में भी पानी पूरी अगर ठेला वाला का पसंद है, you're trying to, नहीं कोई बात नहीं, I need to get into a restaurant now. So this is where you will realize that every time you go through the rejections, you will go through that, यार मैं हूँ कहाँ, where am I in this relationship? That's where your self-love journey starts. Because you are realizing, I'm important. Why am I not giving importance to my own self? I do matter. My views, my feelings, my choices does matter. And that's where the self-love journey starts. It starts, the ignition, the fuel has already been ignited. And then it's like a step by step, we'll go deeper and deeper and deeper.
You have answered it very beautifully. Awesome. Thank you for mentioning such a beautiful point, because even I believe this. I just have a different quote which I just tell myself whenever I'm in my low state, that every pain that we are going through is a pathway to the promise that we have come to fulfill on this earth. So amazing definition of how we need to look and start our journey of self-love. My next question to you is, like I see relationship in three views: relationship with self, relationship with people, and relationship with Supreme Creator. So my question right now to you is regarding how to make that connection with Supreme Creator, like how to actually, be in that journey, or is it every single day that we need to do something to keep ourselves grounded or spiritually connected with the universe?
I have a very different practice that I follow, because my husband is a very, I'm also a spiritual person, but हमारा spirituality different form में होता है. He really does puja for 1 hour, 2 hours, the mantras, the chanting and all. For me, how I look at it as my connection with the supreme power is, अगर कुछ गलत भी होता है ना, and trust me when I'm saying this, it's not only now, I go and fight back with the supreme. कोई बात नहीं है, you are taking me through all this pain, make sure that give me that level of compounded happiness कि मुझे ये सारा भूल जाऊंगी फिर मैं. It is not today, when I was literally a child also. So for me, my faith on supreme power, that whatever is happening with me right now, it's just leading to me a better shape, better situation, and it's a preparation phase for me. Okay, if you would have really asked me in my teens whatever experiences I have gone through, or in my early years of marriage what all experiences I have gone through, definitely as a little bit of evolved soul, I will say I will not want to change a bit of it. But definitely I wanted to change whatever I was going through, but I had a faith that Supreme power is never ever against me. And every single day I used to say, show me what is that you want me to learn. That's the only thing you need to help me. Because supreme power is preparing you. Unless you're ready for this podcast, also we need to get ready. We need to fix our environment, this, that thing, and all. If you don't do this, how can we have a successful, this conversation that we are having? So supreme power is always there, and the more you choose yourself, the supreme power is feeling proud on you. You have embarked on the right journey. Now you will see that I will make it easier for you. Why?
Agree.
Because when all you choose yourself, you know that He has put you on this path just as a preparation phase.
Yes. Preparation for something even bigger
Yes.
and better for you.
Yes.
Amazing. So, like my next question to you, which I wanted to ask is, a lot of people try to fit in and they try to be in good books of everyone. That's why it becomes very difficult for people to say no. And that's why they're always saying yes to people. So, like being a people pleaser. So, how to actually overcome this habit of people pleasing and actually start saying yes to oneself?
While you were asking this question, मेरे सामने पड़ा था, so I've just picked this, okay? So imagine this is a circle, okay? This is just a bangle I had. I didn't know that this question is coming up. I just saw it. Now this is a square and you're trying to fit in. Do you see those gaps? Even if you try, जितना भी आप कोशिश करो भरने का, there is some gaps. The real truth is कि हम fit इसलिए होना चाहते हैं because we are afraid of being abandoned and lonely. Right? Without even realizing that, we eventually end up feeling much more lonelier when we try or give all our best to fit in. Still कुछ नहीं होता है फिर उसके बाद. Because people pleaser, you said, right? Because you're trying to please it to others. When you start, because imagine, I'll tell you this, Gargi. Imagine if you are not feeling comfortable to be with your own self. Loneliness is that, right? आप अकेले हो, कोई दोस्त नहीं है, and you're not feeling comfortable to be with you, spend that time with your own self, sink in, understand yourself. Imagine if you are feeling so nasty about your own self, and here you're expecting the whole world to feel elated when all you're around them. कैसे होएगा? So the people pleasing thing which you said, it's just coming from a space of fear of left out, FOMO, और अकेले रहने का डर होता है. And that again comes from the low self-esteem also, because you don't like yourself. So I always say this, confidence is what we are showing it to the world. Self-esteem is what we are feeling about your own self, and जब कोई भी नहीं है रूम में, अगर तब भी आपको अच्छा लग रहा है, that is where you will stop pleasing people, because you love your company the most. You are growing. You know, even if you're alone, how can you be your best company? So being a people pleaser, it starts from again from the childhood days. Ki uncle ko hi bolo, even if you don't feel like telling hi to that, uncle. You understand? I have gone through a lot of those experiences. But again, that's how tab choice nahi tha. But abhi you have a choice. You understand these things and take a charge of it. Start being comfortable with yourself. And जितना टाइम वहां प्लीज करने में आप लोग दे रहे हो, उतना टाइम अपने आप को प्लीज करने में दो, that you get that clarity. You start loving yourself. Oh my God, what a journey. Because people pleasers, they end up saying the words they don't even mean. अरे वाह, आप तो कितना अच्छा बात कर रहे हो. You are to this, you are to that. In your head, you are not congruent. In your heart, you are not congruent. How about telling the same thing to your own self just to boost? Arey, wow, Sangeeta, at least you did do this with 2 children. Wow, Gargi, at this age, you are doing so many fabulous things. Do you see that? You are pleasing that. And the more you feel good about your own self, you don't have to please others.
Totally agree with you. It's like we need to, fill our own cup first before we move on to filling
Yes.
any other cup.
Yes.
Great. My next question to you is how social media plays a role on relationships, because even when we are when a lot of people say family time, most of them know what's family time, but we all have our phones. Even if three people are sitting in a room, they are not talking, they are just on phones. So how to actually what role does social media has when it comes to relationships? Because social media is good somewhere, but it's not actually a quality time with the people at home.
The real truth is there is lack of connection between the family members at home. Why would you go and search for that love, that companionship, that belongingness, or that entertainment, what you call it as, searching on the social media or somewhere? Now, when you said social media, people are busy. Now we need to observe, are they getting swayed by the imaginary, illusionary things? Because within the social media, there are a lot of other things. People like us, people like a lot of many other, awesome mentors, creators, influencers. They are there. They're doing an awesome job. So it's just that what are you picking it up? The same social media, we have people who are talking about how can you shut that Instagram, uninstall, and it's just that what are you focusing on? This is where the intention plays a vital role. If you don't have an intention, you will definitely come up. The child will come up with saying, Mama, it's really busy, you don't understand. This is what it is. And I always say this, let me tell you this, boundary settings and all these concepts, I don't want to cover that deep. All I want to say, if you want the other person to treat you the way you expect them, think over it. I remember when Arush told me for the first time ever, Gargi, he was just 6 years old. I was just scrolling something I was doing, official work only, something I was doing, and he kept on saying, Mama, sun rahe ho? Mama, sun rahe ho? Haan, sun rahi ho, sun rahi ho, sun rahi ho. And then he said, Mama, kahan sun rahe ho? Hu bol rahe ho bas. And he turned my face and he said, Main yahan hu. That was literally a okay, I'm turning out to be a little emotional, but that was like, somebody slapping on my face saying, "Ki, here you are giving workshops on parenting, telling parents what to do." But I was ready enough to take that learning. Imagine, I have seen such parents also, no offense, no criticism to others. बच्चा बोलने के बाद भी उसको थप्पड़ पड़ी है. It's just that would you, जब बच्चा बड़ा हो जाएगा now when you say कि बेटा मुझे ये बता दो, this is what happens. Okay, I had the other day I was having a very difference of opinion with my husband. Okay, and I want to share this on social media about the this old age homes and all. Okay, on the public forum I'm saying this because this is the opinion I have it. Why is it that any child has that audacity to even leave their parents? Somewhere I have a feeling the parent has not built up that connection with the child to that deep and that extent that they don't even think how will the parents feel. So my husband was having a difference of opinion, and then I just counter questioned him. आप या मैं, can we ever do that? Forget about my parents. I can't even do it for your parents. You know why? Because my parents have, spent time. I have seen how much mama, papa give that time to you. I come from that value. Are you getting my point, Gargi? You are like very young, but I know that you are a very intelligent person to understand these concepts. So it's all about whatever roots you have given, that's the fruits you're going to bear. There you can't say कि अरे बाबा हम लोगों ने ये किया था वो किया था सब कुछ किया था. The child is also grateful. The other person is also grateful. It's just that do you have that intention in your relationship? Do you have that intention that connection plays a vital role, or only playing the responsibility plays a vital role? That's how it is.
Truly
I
agree
I
with
got
you.
yeah, I went really deep because it's a deep concept as well.
Hmm. Yes, and that's why I love learning about relationships. You know, when I asked you the topic and you said that I work in every area, so I can, tell you the topic. So when I was scrolling through your page once again, I just got that I want to do this with you on relationships topic only because, a lot of people needs to understand the concept about relationship and everything that stems up from childhood only. So
Yes,
thank you for sharing. And any last message you would like to share?
the only last message, and I really mean it from the bottom of my heart, Gargi. I truly, truly wish the percentage that is which is only maybe 2% or 3% of your age group getting into such purpose and such mission and vision. I would truly want, and I have pass on the sincere regard and respect to your parents for giving you that space at least to do this. So one message I have it is, whatever it is, whatever challenges you're going through, career, money, we all go through, life keeps happening to us. The only thing I would want to say, for everything there is a solution. You remember maths में trigonometry, algebra, all those heavy integration, differentiation, जब नहीं भी आता था, हमको नहीं आता था, but somebody has that solution, right? But in our head you used to think यार पता नहीं क्वेश्चन गलत आया था, उसका तो हुआ ही नहीं. The real truth is कि you didn't know how to solve it. So this is the message I want to pass it on, that for everything you have a solution only if you have an intention to get that solution. So don't suffer alone. Don't think that कि क्या होएगा क्या नहीं होगा. कर लो, एक्सपेरिमेंट कर लो. अगर अच्छा भी नहीं होएगा, बुरा भी नहीं होने वाला है आपके साथ. So you have coaches, and I must say, loads of blessings to you, Gargi. And I just love you. You know that I love you genuinely. Keep on the work that you have been doing. I must say, the future generation, the world needs more people like you than us. Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Means a lot. So, any, the last question that I wanted to ask is if someone
Me
wants
neither.
to, yes, if someone wants to join your course or if someone wants to join you in your workshops and webinars that you do, so how can they connect?
Now I have it made it very, very simplified for the 30 minutes. If it's anything related to your mental health and relationship, I'm just narrowing down career or पैसों के लिए मेरे पास नहीं आना. I'm not the right person. If it's to do with your mental health and relationship, please book a free 30 minutes call with me. Let me at least be that breather, whole space for you where you can just evacuate जो भी है, just डाल दो मेरे पे. I know how to process it out. Okay. And the second thing, जल्दी से जल्दी जाके just follow me on Instagram, because a lot of free content every single day consistently I post. Okay, rest all you'll get on notifications what all I keep on doing.
Amazing. So now everyone, your task is to first comment down below your key takeaways from the video, because everything that you shared today and that you spoke about relationships, everything was a bulb on for me, and I'm going to rewatch it again to make notes. So just share your key takeaways in the comment section. Second, all the links to follow Sangeeta ma'am and her workshops are there in the chat, in the description below. As coaches we have this habit of speaking chat box, so just make sure to follow everything in the description below. And thank you so much ma'am for being here on the show, because everything is possible, and I just I just went on asking you and you said yes, so thank you.
Thank you. And let us all send Gargi a power wish that she keeps on shining, keeps on paving the way for a lot of us, including me, Gargi.
Yes.
I always show your thing, to Arush ki dekho how
Oh,
she. So everybody knows about you. So this is where thank you so much for making this happen, and loads of blessings to you, Gargi. Thank you, everybody who
thank you
have been.
everyone.
Yeah.